Star Report. I'm your host, Star. It's Thursday, early evening, and I'm here to do a research show somewhat, okay? You see the title, breaking news just came out today. Actor Denzel Washington spoke about a gay kiss in the new Gladiator II film. This is according to Gayety. This is a publication, clearly, that focuses on gay lifestyle, gay issues, I don't know, gay politics. And he did an interview with them and told them that the kiss in the movie was ultimately cut out. A full frontal kiss. I'm not sure if tongue action was involved, but let me just say, I did see the new Gladiator II film last night on the free movie website. It's trash. It's trash. Number one, it's already on the goddamn free movie website. So that said to me, wow, already. Now it's not in HD, but it's trash. It's just not what, of course, the first Gladiator was with Russell Crowe. I don't know if you're into that type of film, or if you're a Denzel Washington supporter or fan, you might check it out. But I thought that, well, actually, you know what? I'm 80% done with the film. I can't imagine that the 20% being any better, but that's my main topic. Denzel Washington, how do you feel? I'm going to have to kick his back in because, he's an older guy, and, did he wait for his retirement of sorts before coming out with this type of, I don't know, I don't want to say behavior. Maybe this is who he always was. I don't know. Does it make you feel any different about him if you are a fan or, a strong black man? He's also wearing a long, I don't know if they called them dresses back in those days, but, the gown, so to speak. He plays a businessman in this new film, as I said. And, this just came out within the last couple of hours. And the first Gladiator film, for some of you who may have been very, very young, came out in the year 2000. That was a big box office smash, okay? Gladiator. And now you have 24 years later, Gladiator II. Oh, and I'm sorry. And the guy who plays the warrior or the gladiator, he doesn't look like he's cut up or like he's, really fit for the part like Russell Crowe was. I don't know. Just trash. Call in, phone lines are open if you want to join the conversation. Guys, also, should prostitution be legal in America? This is something I have discussed over the decades on radio and media. And state lawmakers, in case you don't know, according to a few sources, state lawmakers in at least 6 states have recently introduced bills related to sex work. So what are your thoughts? Should prostitution under the umbrella of sex work or sex workers, should that be legal? And I'm looking at some of the actual states and some of the information with regards to the Human Rights Watch and the American Civil Liberties Union, the Global Alliance Against Traffic in Women. These are agencies that are all involved, okay? And the states, in case you're curious, Hawaii, Vermont, have all introduced, bills to decriminalize prostitution for both sex workers and their customers. Anybody been arrested for trying to buy a little snatch? Oh, and the question I want to ask you, here's the main question. If it does become legal, would you pay for it? Everybody's not a pimp. Don't start the, I'll never pay for it. A lot of people pay for it. Hang on a second. Would you pay for it? You pay. Yeah. Would this be a good thing for, alpha males, men who are just busy? Now, there's different parts in the world, as I'm sure you know, where prostitution is legal, and wives don't, necessarily mind that their husbands, who are the breadwinners or who are the heads of the family, so to speak, they need a release, and they do go to brothels that are legal. Would this have an effect? I've got a bunch of notes here, but I'm gonna do a deep dive of sorts. Pause. Would this have an effect on lowering STDs, herpes, HIV. Would this affect, all of those things? And the R word, which I'm not going to say, and the SAs, because YouTube has community guidelines now. But would this lower RAPES and SAs? Okay, that's what I'm curious to know here this early evening. All right. Also, yes, I'm repping, as you can see, the New Jersey Giants, my home state team. The corporate office is in New York, but they play in Jersey. And, just in case you're trying to correct me already, all right? Pierre, I got your donation. Thank you for tapping in. Okay. Yes, I'm going to get to the King Von mural in O-Block, Parkway Gardens, Chicago. It has been removed. In my community section is a picture, and I'm inclined to believe that people, in the area just said, hey, enough's enough. I don't know. Guys, was he a serial killer? I know that they were saying that he had done a lot of work over the years. But if it has been removed, okay, might this be some type of rebellion with regards to people in that area, hardworking, law-abiding citizens who don't want to glamorize hoodlums, gang members, and that type of activity, okay? All right, phone lines open. And the last thing I want to put on the table, oh my goodness. Guys, who is the Greek freak in the NBA? Let me look in the live chat early. Who is the Greek freak? He's some type of Greek and Nigerian professional basketball player with the Milwaukee Bucks. He did something, he scored a point. I just saw a little clip, and he did something called the third leg. Is he going to be fined for that? The most high are you out there, sir? I mean, basketball, I'm sorry, it has become a game for pussies. Pussies. What happened to the days of people brawling and fighting? I mean, Larry Bird is like one of my top 3 best players ever, but I remember Moses Malone grabbing him by the neck, and then you had Julius Erving punching Larry Bird, and then you had the Boston Celtics brawling, and a host of others, Charles Oakley slapping fire out of people. That was basketball. Anyway, phone lines open. Oh, I think that's Florida Boy Jay Early. Maybe he can help me set the tone. Denzel Washington, has he always been a bussy connoisseur? Let's get at that old nigga. Florida Boy Jay, is that you, sir? Tapping in early at BJ.
President, CEO of the Real Nigga Network. We are tapping in and kicking old niggas back in. Let me know when we get when I can just let this old nigga have it, man.
Okay,
just let me know.
I want you to take the lead. I'm going to fix myself some Pellegrino water. You have the floor. Go ahead.
Okay, so for the long time in the black community, we always hold certain niggas to a high deity, untouchable standard of perfection that they have set precedents to, have trailblazed ways and paths, and went against the grain of what it means to be successful in their field. And Denzel Bussy Washington was one of those shining stars in the black community that you don't have to toot it and boot it. You ain't got to spread no cheeks or lift your ankles up to get to where you need to go. As long as you got a good drug dealer backing you financially, you can get anywhere. Right. That's what we thought. And then after these decades, and this closet cover pincher literally goes to a alphabet platform and unsolicited, unprovoked, tells us and reveals that he was sucking on a nigga's tongue on camera and lip kissing and smooching and squeezing on another man, and they didn't add the clip. They cut it from the movie, but he just wanted to throw that out there during his retirement campaign run, because like he said, he only has about 10 films left and he's going to retire. Well, nigga, you gonna wait till you dupe the black community and masquerading as a straight heterosexual black man? We seen him in Philadelphia when a gay nigga tried him, he turned all the way around. It was like, excuse me? That's the nigga we thought you was. That's the nigga we thought you was.
Right, right.
That's the Denzel we knew. That's the one I said, yo, that's Uncle Denzel right there. He don't play that stuff.
Right.
We ain't having it.
Right.
And lo and behold, you get a Michael Jordan hoop earring, the Gladiator II cut you a big check, and all of a sudden you're selling bussy tokens, nigga, at the end of the book.
Yeah.
Damn, nigga. If we knew this during X, we would have canceled you then, nigga. If we knew this during what Paper Soldiers, we would have canceled you then, nigga.
Yeah. I'm the man up in this piece. You'll never see the light of day. Who the F you think you're effing with? Right?
You know he taught that biracial in that he told that nigga, wait, get your hands off me. Almost fought the yellow nigga.
Yeah.
And now we get Flight, all these goddamn Training Day, John Hughes. And you tell me now, one of the biggest movies, one of the biggest masculine films in the 21st century, Gladiator. We're waiting on it. It's about.
Hang on a second, Florida Boy Jay. Hang on. I want you to cook, but I just sent you the link to the free movie website. I think I've sent you that link before, but if you watch Gladiator 2, do not download anything. Don't sign up for nothing. Watch it on a laptop or a computer, not your phone. All right. And I'm 80% finished. You know, and it's trash. But guys, I want to say that.
Yeah, man. You know, Denzel, honestly, man, is one of the only, if not the only, maybe we got him, Samuel Jackson, Larry Fishburne. There's only about 3 real niggas we had left, and Denzel just tooted his ass up and jumped out the car.
Yeah.
Now we got 2. And I just feel like if you was going to be kissing and sucking on other niggas' tongues, you should have told us you was about this life when Philadelphia came. You should have told you about this life when Bone Collector dropped, nigga. Right. Don't wait till you're on your 10 films left. Oh, I mean, damn, nigga, I would have rather it come out in the movie and we criticize him and it stained the eyes of America and the world than you unsolicited give us something we never asked about. Now we gotta look at you in the same breath as a Lil Nas X.
Yeah. Now, hang on a second. For those who don't know, Philadelphia, the classic film with Tom Hanks is what you're talking about.
Monumental.
Yeah, classic Monumental with Denzel Washington and, as I said, Tom Hanks. That was actually Tom Hanks's pivotal role when he turned from a comedian and a goofy television actor to a serious Hollywood film star. Go ahead.
Yeah, I mean, just like you just said, man, Tom Hanks, even for him, he was kind of more of a Zac Efron type actor in the 80s, and that movie transcended what he did and what Philadelphia did for Denzel in the string of films he had around that, elevated him. And like I said before, Denzel Washington is Black America's uncle. Denzel Washington got more street cred than any living nigga in America.
Yeah.
Right now, Denzel can go to any hood, any block, any gang territory, and the red carpet will be rolled out. Niggas will stop selling drugs. Niggas will put the guns down when Uncle Denzel come out. And you gonna come out as a face of Black men, as a face of our father figure to niggas with no dad. Yeah. You gonna come out.
Let me jump in here again. If I'm not mistaken, Billy D. Williams said something kind of suspect a couple of years ago. Did you? Let me Google it. He said something about being gay, and I guess he was.
I think it said something about being like pansexual. I think it was he didn't know what pansexual or one of these new sexual terms was. I think he tried to say he was, and we did research.
Nah,
he backtracked.
He tried to backpedal, but he said some real suspect shit. Goes candid about the gay yada yada gay embrace rooms. Anyway, go ahead. I'm sorry, you were saying? Yeah,
man. I'm just saying, and what I'm saying is the issue that I have more with is the responsibility of your image, of a pristine image, Denzel. I mean, this the same nigga who tried to placate and said I ain't gonna kiss the white woman on camera, nigga. He told I ain't gonna kiss.
Did he say that?
What's the name?
Did Denzel?
Yes, he did. What? He did. What's the lady from Pretty Woman? Richard Gere, Julia Roberts.
Oh my
Julia
goodness.
Roberts couldn't even get no lip action from the nigga. Had to kiss him on the cheek. Nigga, you ain't gonna kiss no white woman in front of us. Did you kiss and you sucking on niggas' tongues, bro? Come on.
Florida Boy J is cooking. Pay attention. Come on.
We ain't having it. You ain't gonna put your lips on the white goddess, right. The woman to open all the doors with the keys. You ain't gonna show Black men the way to the top is through the white woman,
Right.
but you gonna put your lips on the white man? Cancel Denzel.
Yeah.
Hashtag Denzel cancel. No Gladiator 2, niggas.
Hold on a second. Boxing, Logics United, I got your donation. He says, wow, Star, they found the right film to suck him into that, because few of these dumb ash ninjas, no Roman men, were flay AF. Okay. Starting with Caesar. Yeah, yeah. Now, he's supposedly he's going to be in the Black Panther 3. Do you know what role he's going to play? Is he going to be an older gay man in that film? I would imagine so.
Yeah, I don't know, man. He might come out he might come out as a gay leopard or something, and I don't know, start twirling. I don't know. I'm at this point. I don't want to see him in Black Panther. I don't want to see him in nothing.
Yeah.
We retire now. This should be your last film. And you're gonna do this right when we get back into the white man's land. Trump's America. We canceling all that other stuff, and you're gonna come out here and stand next to it. Oh, nigga, you're late.
Okay.
Read the room.
Okay. Hey, man, I just need to ask you two things. I appreciate you helping me set the tone about the Denzel Washington story. Guys, if you're just now joining me, Denzel Washington did an interview with Gayety, and he said out of his mouth that the gay kiss in the new Gladiator II film was cut out. Okay, but is the story in my community section about the King Von mural? That's authentic, that story?
Absolutely. The mural got defaced, and they went ahead and just painted over it.
Okay.
On the old block, and I want to say that maybe the community decided to stand up, or I think this is just a sharp lesson to all the niggas that died on old block, all the niggas who banged or sitting in jail for life, a bond walking out past $100,000 around old block. Right. Why none of these hoe ass niggas bought old block? Why you ain't buy one of the Korean stores selling refried rice? Why you ain't buy one of the liquor stores? Why you ain't buy a weed store? Why you ain't even open up a smoke shop? All this money and killing and diamonds and old blocks getting painted over and sold to the white man.
Yeah. Okay.
Lastly,
hang on. The last question I have to ask here, because I need to know, man. I only watch basketball now around the playoffs times. Who is the Greek freak, and does he do the third leg gesture on the court, and are they going to find him? I saw a clip of who is he and what's this about? The Greek
Giannis Antetokounmpo is one of the best basketball players of this generation, top 10. One of the few niggas to win a championship on his own with his starting franchise. So let's give him respect as an NBA player first before we kick this freaky nigga back in, this perverted niggas back in. No.
I'm not kicking his back in. I'm saying if all he did was the third leg gesture or dance or what have you, why are they talking about finding him? I think basketball today is just a pussy game. I'm not coming at him. Listen, I grew up watching Billy White Shoes Johnson on the goddamn Houston Oilers. I love the monkey shit. I love it. Go ahead.
Yeah, but see, I'm telling you, I'm going to break it down why he is potentially going to get fined, because he has a long line of making freaky comments on and off NBA platforms, saying very sexual innuendo stuff. Him calling himself the Greek freak is more about his sexual prowess than his athleticism.
Okay.
And that's something he hints to. Okay. So when you hit a three-pointer and you do a third leg celebration with the precedence of being a freaky perverted nigga, dunking Oreos and milk, we got to pack you out of here. We got to send you a stern lesson to keep that freaky stuff off the floor, nigga. Goddamn.
Okay.
And I think he should be fined $500,000 and be suspended for 5 games.
Damn.
Yeah, take the bag, take it all. We don't need no freaky celebrations.
Wow.
No freaky celebrations over here. Do that stuff in France and Nigeria. This is America. You keep that freaky stuff in the locker room, niggas.
Okay.
Tether.
Hey man, great to talk to you, Florida Boy Jay. Thank you so much. Thank you.
So, hey, real quick, 5 seconds. Salute, sorry. Somebody ran down to me at the barbecue spot. Said he's a big supporter of your show, big supporter of mine. Just want to give him a salute.
Okay.
And you have a great show, sir. Thank you.
Yeah, man. Thank you. Okay. Florida Boy J tapping in. Guys, let me go on record and say I want to see Mike Tyson get his clock cleaned by Jake Paul. I want to see Jake Paul clean that old Goofy's clock. This is not the 80s anymore. Mike Tyson shot his load years ago. He was one of the greats, you know, top 3 greatest boxers of all time. And more than likely, I will be streaming the fight live and giving you, you know, commentary as I do. But I want to see him get dropped. In similar fashion, how Lennox Lewis dropped Mike Tyson. Pow! Sat him down. Hey, Miriam, I got your donation. Miriam, I don't care about it being a kiss of death in the film. We know this already. But this is 2024. Denzel Washington admitted to lip locking. I'm a heterosexual man. I'm not bothered by this, but I'm just saying, why take it there towards the end of your acting career? He said he's retiring soon. Or does he not have a responsibility, if you will, troll babies to the quote unquote black diaspora? Okay, nothing about it being the kiss of death. Did he walk through a door decades ago? Maybe that's why he's always been married to that beautiful black woman. What is her name? Is it Paulette? Maybe she's his best friend and she knows his secrets. How what is D Wade's D Wade's buddy's name? Gabrielle Union. Gangsta Love, I got your donation. Thank you, sir. He says Rory buys trannies from Bussy Ave. Hashtag per, okay. I spoke to Rory. He might tap in. He was at a Knicks game the other night when we were having a conversation here. Let's go to the phone lines, guys, and please hit the like button, share this particular video, and you can donate through multiple ways here if you want to jump on the line with regards to some of these topics, right? Let me go to area code 760. Is that Ecuador? Is that Ecuador?
Hey, what's up?
Ecuador, how are you, man? What's cracking? What's shaking?
I'm good, man. I'm good. Nothing like, where do you want to start? I saw you started with asking if, I decided to call because when I first opened the show, you were asking if we should legalize prostitution. So I guess. Well,
yeah. Now the main topic is Denzel Washington says his gay kiss in Gladiator II was edited out. That's the story that is trending right now. But also, a showrunner, should prostitution be legal in America? Either one is fine with me. Where do you want to start, sir?
Let's start with Denzel.
Go ahead.
So, for some reason, it's crazy that in Hollywood, I just find, it's normal that they have like a weird fetish of making heterosexual men do gay stuff. And that's the only opinion you can have. Like, imagine if in the same interview, Denzel would have said that he stood on business, and he would say something like, "Oh yes, they try to make me do this gay scene," and I said, "Hell no." Imagine if that would have happened, they would have been trying to cancel him, calling him homophobic. And I think that's like, I've noticed that in Hollywood, it's like they have this weird obsession with making every heterosexual superstar like do some gay scene or something like that.
Yeah. A demonic ritual to get you in line. Yeah. To get you in line so that you can follow protocol. Go ahead.
Now, what I was thinking is that what caught my attention when I read the story was like, there's a reason why they cut that scene from the movie. And I think it's because this is something they were talking about like a couple of days ago. They were mentioning that Trump won the popular vote, and they realized, the Democrats, that they've been pushing these like LGBTQ plus trans stuff
agenda
to the extreme, to the point where like it's even affecting the the box office when it comes to entertainment. So
that's why the Joker, the second Joker, that's why a big part of the reason why, if you ask me, it flopped, not just because it was a musical, but he got sodomized in the bathroom. He turned out to be a beta male, a wuss, and even Lady Gaga, she played the character lead. Even she didn't want him halfway through the film. She was expecting a real G to just crash out and turn up. But it all falls into what you're talking about, the agenda. Go ahead. I just want to say that.
It's funny that you mentioned the Joker, because there was another conversation going on with the Joker, and it was exactly what you're saying. It's like, after they made the first movie, their expectation was for like society to look at Joker as like the antagonist,
right?
But it came out to the opposite. People started identifying with, especially in the situations where we are right now,
right?
In this time, people start looking at him as like, yes, like a black pill, like, yes,
right,
F the system,
right,
like, yes. And apparently it's almost like they did it on purpose. They knew they were going to tank that movie by making it like that, but it's almost like they needed to say like, oh no, this is not okay. We didn't make he's not supposed to be a hero. He's supposed to be like the bad guy. So maybe they did it on purpose.
So we're going to break him in the shower to slow down those of you males who might be headed in the toxic masculinity direction. But let me pull it back to either Denzel Washington or the showrunner. Should prostitution be legal? Ecuador, please.
Yes. Okay. So, man, like when it comes to Hollywood, I just find it like FBJ was saying, it's just kind of disappointing, because like Denzel Washington is one of like the last like manly Hollywood stars. Again, Training Day. Like I remember watching Training Day in Spanish when I was living in Ecuador. That's how big his impact is. It's worldwide.
Wow.
And to see in the same article, he's talking about retiring, and like he's like saying like, oh, he's like mad that they didn't put out the scene of doing like a gay scene. For what, man? Like it's just like. When it comes to the other topic, should prostitution be legal?
Prostitution should be legal.
I think there's two parts when it comes to that. I've always wondered about that. I asked myself the same question, because one of the things that I've noticed whenever it comes to these school shooters, every time I see them and you look into their life, there's one thing in common, and is that all of them are incels. All of them, somehow they're not able to get female attention. They're not able to have like sexual intercourse with like females. And I always ask myself, there's no way that if those guys were smashing like top level coochie, they will go out and commit those things. Because, dude, like that's probably one of the greatest things you can do as a human in the human experience.
What's that?
The moment you're done, you really don't just want to lay in bed, relax, you're happy, all the stress. So I think there's like a crisis going on. They've been talking about this for the last couple of years, like the new generation. Like they're virgin until the ages of like mid to late 20s. And yes, that's definitely not good for society. But I also
okay.
So I think it should be legal, but also I would just think about like at the same time, the women that do that profession, it's just like a ticking time bomb. It's not good for them either. So I don't know.
We're not necessarily trying to do a deep dive here on mental health and the results of being a whore.
All right.
I
think
you see, that's like That's the whole jail conversation. Well, if you committed a crime, you should go to jail. I'm not so much concerned about rehabilitation. Oh, go to jail. Well, listen, I got to take other calls, man. Great to hear from you.
Yeah, of course. Have a good one, man.
Salute, man. Okay, thank you. Ecuador tapping in. Let me just put something else on the table here with regards to decriminalizing sex work in America. Supposedly, Maine became the first state to decriminalize selling sex. Buying sex will remain illegal in that state. However, there are certain restrictions, rules, that they are headed in the direction of trying to decriminalize it. They're the first state, according to the Washington Post. Phone lines are open. Hey, Vivian, I got your donation. Thank you so much. The story about King Von's mural being removed is in my community section for those who care. Okay. And I see you guys on the phone. Sit tight. Dre at Graved Shift. I got your donation. Thank you so much. I do need to check and find out what time the fight starts tomorrow. I would imagine, 10 o'clock, 11, something like that. Mike Tyson and Jake Paul. Now, guys, I know Jake Paul is a troll and he came up via social media, but so has a lot of people, and I'm not going to count that against him. He is a boxer. He has put in work and laid some people out. So I want to see at least some type of action, but I think it's going to be rigged, okay? Area code 929, are you there? 929?
Hello?
Yes, good evening.
Hey, how you doing, Star?
I'm good, man. Who's this?
I'm good. I'm calling about the prostitution thing.
Yes. Should it be legal in the U.S., prostitution?
I think the way how society is going, pretty much, yeah. Because it's already heading in that direction. Like, if you look around now, okay, especially with the migrants that they pushing in, they're already doing that. There's brothels all over the place. Is they lowering the crime already with it? I mean, so they already slowly heading in that direction. Now, the way I think they should do it, they should definitely tax it and definitely,
of course,
regulate it.
And,
yeah.
and if I can just jump in, that's why thus far, along with the moral, factor, it hasn't been decriminalized, because they're trying to find a way to get around certain morals and ethical codes and tax it, just like you said. Go ahead.
Yeah. The only thing I think that the only negative I say is for men, because the younger generation is they won't be able to go out there and hunt and get it like past generations. So it's almost like that's what I'm worried about for younger men, because now it's like they're gonna have to pay to lose their virginity. You know what I'm saying? So it's kind of come off like they're not gonna get the rite of passage like we did. Like when we have to go out there, we got it. The best part of having sex is knowing you got it. You didn't have to pay for it, like put cash in hand, like. Mm-hmm. With the younger generation, that's who I'm worried about. Like, I'm like, damn, they're gonna have to.
Can I ask how old are you, sir? How old are you?
I'm 30. I'm 35.
Okay. You and I come from different eras, generations, if you will, and let's not worry about the younger generation right now. They're different. They're so different. Yeah. There's things that they will never understand, nor do they care about how I came up, how you came up. Everything with them is on a goddamn mobile phone. If they lost their phone, my life is over. Me, I lose this goddamn thing. I might not even look for it for about 2 days. You follow me?
Yeah, I recently.
When his phone rings, half the time when that phone rings, I'm like, who is it now? What? But let me ask you a question. Let me ask you a question. And we're just having a conversation. I appreciate you calling in. Do you think that legalizing prostitution would help younger men, because Ecuador just put a very good point on the table with regards to the incels who shoot up these schools and churches, like Dylan Roof and those guys. They have a common thread, and that is that they feel like they can't get women, they can't communicate with them, and they lash out. That's part of the reason. And also, hopefully gone will be the days of Ted Bundy, serial killer. You used to kill women because he had sexual issues. So legalize it, just like we should legalize coke, heroin, and stuff like that. Do you think that will slow down some of the crime?
Yeah, I think prostitution was made for those type of guys, like those guys who can't get it because they might, girls might consider them ugly, or they don't know how to talk to women and stuff like that. Those guys that's in the they in the far off red zone with it. That's who was made for. Those are the guys who is more made for. But like for any normal guy that's trying to, maneuver his way and learn, and he might get some attention from women and get some type of interaction. I don't think so. I don't. For those guys, no. But for those guys that's doing terrible, and they feel like they can't get a female no matter what to save their life. Yes, those guys need it.
I appreciate the call, man. Thank you.
Thank you. All
right. Guys, if you're just now joining me, Denzel Washington, legendary actor. I saw him on Broadway doing Othello. I forget when that was. And hey, he's one of the best. And like Florida Boy Jay said, I don't care if if he's always been a pole smoker, a switch hitter. I just, it just strikes me as odd. Here he's coming to retire, and all of a sudden he's doing interviews with Gayety. Is he clout chasing? Troll babies, what do you think? Part of the reason why a big reason why I have an app on my phone that blocks links, images, and audio files is because of people from my generation. They get old, and then they want to start cleansing their souls, if you will, or they have a coming to Jesus moment, and they want to start telling. They want to start telling, and I'm just not the guy for them to tell. Okay. Also, showrunner here. Hold on a second. I want to make sure I'm promoting some of my sponsors. All right, folks. And if you are a sponsor, please know that we are changing the music reel at the end of the show this weekend. So if there's any sponsors and your information needs to be updated on a banner, or if you have a new banner, please reach out via email. Okay. Let me also go to area code 213. Good evening. A few topics on the table, mainly Denzel Washington talking about his gay kiss. Are you up to speed? 213.
I am up to speed. What's up, big homie? What's going on with you?
Gangs of Love?
Can you hear me, Star?
Yeah, man. Good to hear from you. What's cracking, homie? Yes, sir.
Not a whole lot. This Gangs of Love tapping in with you.
Yeah. Where do you want to start?
Hey, so I want to tap in on the whole, should prostitution be legal?
Yeah.
And it pretty much is, for the most part. If you go to Houston and go down to Hillcroft Avenue, you'll see some gorgeous women out there walking with fishnets on.
You calling it snitching. You snitching. It's not legal down there. It's not legal.
It's not legal, but I mean, cops drive down the street. They know what's going on. They turn a blind eye to it. They participate in it. You go out to Las Vegas, they got the Bunny Ranch. You go to Figueroa in LA, you got tons of gorgeous women out there selling their bodies. So realistically, it's legal. It's just not legal on paper. But how many politicians, police officers participate in prostitution? Like I ain't gonna say all of them, but for sure a good number of them. So it's already legal. It's just not on paper legal. You agree?
Well, no, sir, I don't agree. It's overlooked. It's not legal. You can be arrested if you think you can go down to the places you just named, with the exception of Nevada, the Bunny Ranch, where it is quote unquote legal. No, you will be arrested. You will have a record, and your face will more than likely be in the county newspaper. I mean, what you're saying sounds hot, but no, it's overlooked. And do you think it should be legalized? That's the question here. Should prostitution be legalized?
It should be legalized. And then here's the thing. Another way to look at it, if you do get arrested for it as a person who was buying it, it's a misdemeanor. And if you got a good lawyer, they're probably going to get it dismissed. But if you pimp, that's trafficking, which is a felony, and you get 20 years per person.
Bingo.
So it's kind of contradictive of, it's silly. It's like, hey, how can you give somebody 20 years for what do they call it? I forget. It's just skipped my mind. But basically, trafficking, they give you 20 years per person.
Mm-hmm.
But if you're buying it, then it's just a misdemeanor. But you just asked me, should it be legal? And I say it should be, because you have a lot of guys out here who ain't able to get their rocks off. They don't have no game to get on the internet and talk to a woman. Like, if you can't get no apple pie off of talking to a woman on the internet, you're lame. But those guys exist. So they should be able to have women who out here who do the oldest profession in the book. Hey, there's nothing wrong with it because it's two consenting adults. So I think it should be legal, to be honest with you. But that just goes to show you, if they do legalize it, the moral compass of America will continue to go down, which it already has. But that's just my personal thought.
I want to jump in. Stay with me. That sounds hot. Yeah, oh no, these guys, they can't get girls. I mean, that's a lot of propaganda, man. I mean, if you've ever been outside of the United States of America, there are countries where prostitution is legal, and you have hang on. Businessmen whose wives understand and they know that this is a high value man or a hard worker or a breadwinner. He's stressed, and it's okay if he goes and pays for sex. Here in America, that whole pimping, I would never pay. If you get married, and I say this with all due respect, you're married, right? You're married?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
You're paying for it. I say that with all due respect. A lot of guys here in America, they think that guys who pay for it, are simps, lames. No, man. I mean, that in the movies in the 70s, the whole black exploitation, it programmed us to think that. I just want to put that on the table, that businessmen in other countries do pay for sex.
So I pay for it indirectly, and that wasn't. I ain't no hard feelings on what you said, but there is lames. When you come up as a young man and you got a father and you got an uncle, he gives you the game. He tells you, hey, this is how you talk to a girl, or you learn it from TV. Like, as many girls as I've slept with, I've never literally said, here, let me just give you this money so we can get it on. Hey, either I'm going to spit this game like Michael Jordan and Magic Johnson, and I'm going to put the full court press on her, and it's going to work. And sometimes it ain't. I mean, that's just the way it is. You're not going to get them all. But giving a woman $40 and $60 to get sex, you are lame. And that's just real. You don't have to, but every man don't have confidence. Everybody out here ain't an alpha male. Every man don't know how to go up and talk to a gorgeous woman and make her feel like, hey, you just an average chick, and break her down. So again, you do need prostitutes.
Let me jump in.
Adam.
Let me jump in.
Go ahead.
And just for the sake of conversation, I'll let you finish up. I'll give you the last word and you land your plane. You mentioned Michael Jordan, right?
Yes, sir.
One of the best, if not the best basketball players. Would you say that Michael Jordan got caught and in lame fashion had to give up half of his fortune to his college sweetheart, the mother of his beautiful children, but she took half, my nigga, right?
She did. Juanita took half.
But
he
right. So
he did good though.
Let's hang on. Let's not put Michael Jordan in that conversation of being a real G, or however you tried to fit him in there. And never mind what he has made since then with Nike, a billionaire. Hey man, he gave up, I think was it $400 million to Juanita, something like that.
Something like that. Yep.
He paid for it. He paid for it, homie.
$400 million.
Yeah. Go ahead and finish up.
So let me land my plane.
Go ahead.
That's just how it is. Sometimes you got to take a L, but he rebounded. You know, he's worth billions now.
Yeah.
But you know, I want to go out on Denzel kissing that man in the mouth. Now we understand why the gay leprechaun calls himself the white Denzel.
Well, listen, if you're not going to get on the line with
shots fired, Star.
If you're not going to get on the line with him, yeah, I'm
out.
can't. Thank you, man. So okay. Gangs of Love, he's Spence Skrilla, but he's always giving smoke to Rory. That's between them. 786, please watch the language. We're having a good conversation. Are you there? Are you ready? 786.
Hey, what's going on, Star?
Yes, sir. This Al?
Yeah, this Al from Lil Hey. What's going on, Star? Just wanted to touch on this Denzel topic.
Please.
I don't know if you, I'm pretty sure, you know, you're a well-learned individual. So I know you know of that, the godfather of method acting.
Mm-hmm.
I believe his name is Lee Strasberg or something like that.
Yeah.
The only reason,
I forget.
The only reason why I know that, I used to date an actor back in college, and I used to help her go through her roles. So we all know that it's a lot of truth and just. So right. I believe, and this is just speculations on my opinion. This is not has anything to do with the Star Report or Troy Terrain. But I believe Denzel is a closet homosexual.
Wow.
Because there's no way possible for you to tell me that this scene was cut out. You went to a gay publication to announce that you had a kiss with another man that was not put into the script. Now, if we know anything about method acting, you have to go to a place where you can connect with the role.
Right.
When Will Smith did 6 Degrees of Separation, his mentor at the time was Uncle Phil. Uncle Phil is well, I'm gonna just call him Uncle Phil because I don't know his name right now off the top of my head. But Uncle Phil, with all due respect to him, God bless the dead. Even though you don't believe in God, whatever the case may be, just putting respect out on his name. He was a gay man.
Yeah,
he was a gay man. He told Will Smith, "You have to connect with this role, even if it takes you to a dark place that you are not comfortable with expressing right now. But you have to go to that place." And as we know, that was Will Smith's introduction into Hollywood.
Yeah.
We all know Hollywood is ran by these secret societal groups. When they have these parties, if you know anything about the Roman era, these men that were in charge had boys waiting on them. Well, let me say this. Anytime you have to deal with a leader or a political figure at that time, they would go to these brothels. They would go to these bathhouses where they wouldn't have mostly women there. It would be mostly young men where they could express themselves freely.
If I can jump in for a second, Al, because I've covered this in the past. The correct term is pederasty. Pederasty,
correct.
Where you had older men. They had actual relationships with younger males, boys, if you will, going back to ancient Italy, Japan, and Rome. And in the late 70s, you had the formation of NAMBLA. NAMBLA, for those who don't know. So this behavior, it's widespread. It's well known, as you just said. I just wanted to point that out. Go ahead.
Correct, and it's big in the Catholic Church. You have these altar boys, these choir boys. Even Puff Daddy, we know now was a choir boy, and now his degenerate behavior is coming to light. You see, it's only so much you can suppress these behaviors without it coming 10 times, coming out 10 times strong. So my opinion is this, and I love that this is the objective perspective. I'm not upset with Denzel coming out the closet towards his later years, because all of a sudden when you have quote unquote 3 scripts left that you're waiting to fulfill, now you want to take on a gay role. Stop it, Denzel. You can save that in you can save that and put it in an envelope and mail it to somebody that cares.
Right.
Because we're not buying that. You know, you want to play these characters where you're a strong black man,
right.
You're a drug dealer,
Yeah.
You're a corrupted, you're a jazz player. All of these things to connect with the black community. But towards the end of your career, you want to play a Roman figure with homosexual tendencies. Man, we're not buying that, man. Let's cut the short stuff short and not fall for this BS.
Right.
And this is the thing. And this is the thing that's concerning, because it's like how stupid or naive you think the community or the group of individuals that's been supporting you are. You telling me you've been holding this stance as the strong black man, or this is the figure. Denzel is the only one that never compromised. Denzel never wore a dress. Meanwhile, your last role, you out here kissing a man, but you telling us, oh, it won't be seen in the film, but I did it anyway, guys. You could have kept that information for yourself. But that's all I wanted to touch on.
No, hang on. I'm enjoying the exchange here, the information. Denzel, what is he? 64, 65? He's up there in age, and
he too damn old to be lying to us. That's what he is. He's too damn old to be lying to us.
Hang on. I forget exactly how old he is, but he's from the New York area, Mount Vernon, if I'm not mistaken. I could be wrong. And there's an old term, banjee. You ever heard of the banjee boys? BANJEE?
Yeah, that's them homo thugs, ain't it?
Well, that was before the term homo thug. So this is not foreign to Denzel. Now, I don't know for certain if he smokes a pole, and I don't care.
Well, I just pulled it up. Denzel Washington is 69 years old. His birthday is December 28th, 1954.
Mount Vernon?
Like
from Mount Vernon?
Mount Vernon, correct.
Okay. And he has played Othello before. You're right, he is a method actor. And for those who know history like you do, I remember when I was going through many different studies and things like that to come to the position where I am now. I had to read and find out about Pope Leo X, who used to have on Friday nights, he would have little boys jumping out of cakes with pudding on their bodies, little naked boys. Pope Leo X. So yeah, I just wanted to add to what you're saying, man. And I'm a little I don't know what the word is. Maybe I'm not surprised like you. I'm not surprised, but the film is trash, Gladiator II. I saw most of it last night. Go ahead and close out, please.
Denzel, you're not fooling us, and stop it. You might as well come out, support, start waving the LGBT flag, so you can make another $200-300 million like Will Smith.
Right,
I just landed my plane, so I appreciate the show.
Yes, sir. Thank you, Al. Yes, sir. Okay. Look, Al from Little Haiti tapping in. Barrington, I got your donation. Which Barrington is that? Barrington says, enough of the Denzel disrespect. Free Diddy star. Well, is it disrespect? I mean, or are we, mentally massaging what he put out in the atmosphere? Thank you for your donation, Barrington. Luke Caney. Luke Caney says he wants in on the conversation. Okay. Luke Caney, good to hear from you, sir, and thank you for your support as always. Luke Caney.
Star, how are you, sir?
I'm great, man. I'm alive. Niggas are dying. I'm alive.
Niggas is dying every day, son.
Every day. Yeah.
Anyway, Star, I just wanted to chime in on the topic on prostitution, man.
Okay, yeah.
Man, you know what, Star? I think I've been listening to you since like 2013.
Okay.
And I learned a lot. You changed my view on a lot of things.
Okay.
And I say that to say this. Of course, prostitution should be legal. It should be legal. And I think that a lot of men, especially black men, they have this ego that, if you paying a prostitute, you have quote unquote no game, or you can't pull a chick. It has nothing to do with it.
No.
At all.
No.
You see what I'm saying? Because the average man, they go on these apps, they go out with these chicks, and they probably won't hit, or if they hit, they're not even gonna have fun.
Yeah.
And then they complain, right? They complain, oh, these bitches ain't shit.
Right.
I'm sorry, Star. I'm sorry.
Come on.
I'm sorry.
It's okay.
I'm sorry.
Come on.
You know, Star, right?
Yeah.
They complain. They go with this red pill stuff, which is nonsense, and at the end of it, they lost because they're married to women that don't even want to have good sex with them.
Mm-hmm.
They're married to women that don't have the same sexual appetite as them. And that's why they cheat. That's why they're suckers.
Mm.
You feel me, sir? That's why they cheat. That's why they cheat. Because the things they really want to do, they can't do at home. Right? They don't have the mental fortitude to properly vet a woman that meets their sexual appetite. And then they're stuck.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
So check this out, Star. You might be a man. I'm just giving an example, a scenario.
Yeah.
You're a man. You make money. You got your mortgage. Your bills are paid for the whole year. You got out of a relationship. If you're wise, you don't want to jump into a new relationship, and you might be so busy that you don't really have time to lollygag. Right?
Keyword. Bitch, I'm busy. I don't have time to date. Do you want to smash? How much is this How much is this gonna cost me? Okay, listen, I'm paying for the Uber. I'll meet you at the five-star hotel. Okay, everything's gonna be filmed, so you're not gonna cry later and hit me with a charge. And then I gotta get back to work. I'm just busy. Go ahead.
Yeah. Right.
Yeah.
So you may be a super freak.
Yeah.
You might just be a super freak. Right? You might want to choke a chick, right? You might want to spit on her face. You might want to have her with dog leash on and bark, right? With a gag in her mouth, right? You might want to do all that stuff, right? And guess what? $500 would do it.
There you go.
Right? $500 would do it. Cosmopolitan, you know what I'm saying? Balcony, you did? Balcony, and we're doing the damn thing.
Yeah.
That has nothing to do with pulling a chick, right? And at the end of the day, a lot of these guys that talk all this pimp stuff and all, I don't pay for dates, I don't go to nice restaurants. Well, you don't go to nice restaurants because you have no culture. You have no culture. I'm sorry.
Let's go.
You have no culture.
Let's go.
You don't know the difference between a teaspoon, a soup spoon. You don't know the difference between a steak knife and a butter knife. You have no culture. I'm sorry. I'm sorry, kid. You know what I'm saying? I like good food, nice restaurant.
Right.
Every 2 months, I go out with my homeboys to a nice steakhouse. And guess what? If I like a chick, if I really like her, we're going to a nice steakhouse.
Right.
F it.
That's it.
Right? It has nothing to do with being a simp. And before I go, a lot of these guys, they can't even date a woman and let her know, look, I'm just looking to smash. Are you down or not?
Right.
A lot of guys can't even do that.
Yeah.
A lot of guys can't even have a strong team of women that will do everything they want to do, and they're not lying about it. Stop.
Yeah.
I don't have no game. I stutter. I wear glasses. Half of the time they're foggy. Right? But guess what? Guess what? I keep it 100% real.
Right.
In the last 5 years, I never lied to no bitch.
Right.
At all.
Yeah. I bet you're smashing dimes too, Luke Haney. I bet you're smashing dimes.
Hell yeah, Star.
Yeah.
I do have a high standard. I only smash dimes.
Yeah.
It is what it is. And guess what, Star? The reality of it is when you smash dimes, you might just smash really 2-3 chicks a year.
Mm-hmm.
But the quality.
Mm-hmm.
But the quality.
Yeah.
Because it's not about the quantity. It's about the quality. You feel me, Star?
Speak on it. Speak on it. Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
So it's about the quality. A lot of these guys jump on these websites and apps. They have no standards. They have no types. I have a type.
Yeah.
I'm not smashing no one if you're not my type. I'm sorry. I have no time for you.
Luke Haney,
I have no time.
You've went 10 toes down. I appreciate you, man. Salute.
I'm out, Star.
Yes, sir.
Peace.
Thank you. Is that David D. Cordova tapping in from Ontario? David.
Yes, sir. Hey, Star.
Good to hear from you, man. Let me get your information early so I can promote today's religious talk. That's your platform. You are a sponsor. Where do you want to start, man? Where do you want to start?
Yeah, just addressing the topic title, whether or not prostitution. Sorry.
Yeah, go ahead. You have the floor.
Oh, yeah. Well, yeah. Just whether or not prostitution should be legal or not. My thought process on the whole thing is, well, first, I'm surprised that it's not already legalized because, like, I do research into ancient practices.
Okay.
And when you look at a lot of the ancient practices that are still being done today, like you have child sacrifice in the past to Moloch, and then today we have abortion or mystical potions when they used to do hallucinogens, the witches. And then this is our drug use today. The kids, like when they're promoting the lean and the Xanax and all that drug use, that's the hallucinogens. So temple prostitution was a ritual that took place in ancient society. So if we have all the other stuff, the question is, why have they not legalized prostitution? Because abortion is legal. Near drug use up here in Canada, marijuana is legal. So,
David, your phone is going in and out. You have a bad signal.
Oh,
David.
let me get in better. Yeah, probably got a pocket.
There you go.
Yeah, so it's just so the question is, so why not prostitution? Because if drug use is damn near legal in Canada, like marijuana is legal up here in Canada, we all know that. So abortion's legal, drug use is legal. So the question is, well, why not prostitution? So I'm thinking the only logical answer is because they probably don't want the pimps to benefit from the proceeds of that type of activity. Because it will, if it's legalized, it might enrich them.
If I can jump in, now you guys, you answer to the Crown. Yes, it's called the Crown. Your legal government system, however that works, I forget. Here in America, here in America, they are going to get around the moral hurdle. And Hawaii, New York, Vermont, and Rhode Island, these places have. They do have they have submitted documents with regards to decriminalizing it. So it's not out of the it's not out of the way necessarily. But they do want to they want to benefit. It's going to be different from how they tax alcohol because alcohol was once illegal in this country. So but I don't know about Canada per se. How long has
it's illegal up here?
What's that?
It's illegal up here.
Yeah. But marijuana, can you purchase? What's the largest amount you can purchase, or can you sell it on the streets? What's the story with marijuana, cannabis in Canada? I don't know.
Well, we got dispensaries popping up everywhere, even in the upscale, high-end major shopping malls. Some of our most prominent malls have cannabis stores there. So it's a shock. It's not just relegated to certain areas. It's actually from the highest to the lowest. Also the what do you call it? Like the paraphernalia, or like all the accessories that they use to smoke. Tons of stores now. So it's everywhere. I'm noticing it more and more. All the cannabis stores, all the dispensaries. So it's widely available.
With regards,
I just don't know the amounts though.
Yeah, with regards to prostitution, I mean, I can Google it, but I don't know. Prostitution in Canada, they're not pushing legislation to legalize it.
I think it's illegal, but I don't know. It's tricky. It's complicated because the relationship between the buyer and the seller.
Yeah,
and this is where it gets tricky. I don't know the law. To what extent, like who it hurts more, the person who's selling it or the person who's purchasing it. I think the law weighs heavier on the purchaser, if I'm not mistaken. But the whole enterprise itself, I know it's illegal, but it's just how heavy the law weighs down, how it views the participants, their involvement in it, because it takes place just like everything else. But
Yeah, I'm reading right now. Many sex workers' rights organizations, however, argue that the new law going to 2014 Parliament of Canada, okay, the illegal, they made it illegal in 2014, pardon me, to purchase or advertise sexual services.
Okay. To advertise, you can't even advertise. Okay.
Yeah. So,
But these things are taking place. It goes down. It goes down. We'd be naive to think it doesn't. I'm sure it does, but
yeah. So do you have whores in your county or your facility, like bathhouses, massage parlors? Are they prominent like they are here in America?
Well, the way like residential zoning takes place, like the suburbs versus like industrial areas versus whatever.
Okay.
Those things exist, but it's out of sight, so it's out of view, right?
It's overlooked. It's overlooked.
Yeah, you'd have to be looking for those particular services. You'd have to be pursuing them to find them. But in your day-to-day normal suburban existence, it's not something that's in your face. Like you're not going to see advertisements when you're driving on the highway or something like that, or it's not as pronounced. I think it's not in the forefront. It's in the background. You have to be pursuing those types of services to find it. So, yeah, I think our society does a pretty decent job at covering up these things. So they're not at the forefront.
Yeah, I'm reading right now. Prostitution is not defined in Canada statute law, but is based on case law. Okay, and other things.
Okay.
Well, look, man. When are you posting a new video on your channel? Today's Religious Talk on YouTube.
Right now, I'm still working. I promised my viewers that I was going to do a live stream, a part 2 on Jethro, a prominent figure in the Bible. I've been doing some research into him, so I still owe my audience that live stream. So I'm working on it. Just want to gather some more research because I want to make it worth it. I want to deliver quality because I'm trying to talk for up to an hour now. I'm trying to push it because when I first started out with the lives, the goal was 30 minutes tops. I said I'm not talking past 30 minutes, but you know what? It's contagious. It grows, and you fall in love with it. You ended up going past the time, so now I'm almost hitting an hour on some of these live streams. So
nice.
I'm gonna do that.
Okay.
And just continuing my research, basically, just to formulate some ideas. You know, I'm still covering the whole technology things. Very important.
Keep me posted when you post it, when you put up a new video, so I can get that in the community section. Great to talk to you, David.
Will do. Thanks a lot. Appreciate everything. Today's Religious Talk. Thank you, Star.
Salute. Okay. David tapping from Canada. You call yourself the white Denzel, yes? White boy Rory? That's what you say. The white
Denzel. What's good?
What's good?
Yo, you know, when in Rome, do as the Romans do. You know? I mean, why are mad at Denzel? All their favorite rappers, every single black actor, A-list actor, B-list actor, they've all done the Bussy Boy stuff. It ain't nothing. I mean, it's nothing, man. For black dudes kissing a guy in the mouth, that goes back to, like, you know, New Orleans, early 2000s. They told us, Lil Wayne and them told us when they roll up to each other and say what's up, they don't give each other a handshake, they kiss each other on the mouth. So it's nothing new, you know. Yeah, I don't really see why they're all bugging out. Why? Because it's Denzel? I mean,
yes.
You acting like Denzel ain't been in Broadway plays. You know, Denzel did that movie Philadelphia back in the day. That was a gay movie. You know, before a gay movie.
But now he was anti-gay in that film. He was the lawyer who, you know, just was shook.
Yeah, he was a lawyer. At first, he was like a homophobe, and by the end, they was hugging each other from behind every other scene. You know, you might have had 86 hugs between Denzel and Tom Hanks. You might have had 86 hugs. 42 of them were back hugs from the back. You know, so everybody, Why everybody's so uptight about Denzel might be zesty? Come on, man.
Overly concerned.
Yeah.
Overly concerned.
Yeah. It was zesty black dudes that put King Von on a mural. Ooh. Come on, man. It was Atlanta zesty black dudes put King Von on a mural. Ooh. You act like zesty. We living in the age of Aquarius, man. Right. All these black dudes is coming out. All these dudes is coming out. All your favorite rappers and your favorite black actors. You know, all of a sudden, everybody left the Diddy party early when you talk to them. Right. All of a sudden, every single one of them, oh, nah, I really partied like that. I was home at 10 o'clock. You know, I left at 10 o'clock. Get out of here, man. You know, come on, get out of here with this whole zesty black agenda. They're the ones on MSNBC. They're the ones on CNN. It's all black zesty people, whether it's Joy Reid, Don Lemon. They're the one pushing the agenda. You don't see white people pushing that agenda.
Now, hang on a second, Rory. Hold on, because, you know, you and I talk. Rory, hold on. Live chat. Troll babies. Do I let Rory cook? Do I fall back and let him cook? Hang on a second. I know you can talk, Roy. I know you can talk. I want to see if they want me to let you cook. Okay. 3 people said let him cook. Okay, good. Roy, you have the floor. Go ahead.
No, serious. I'm not lying about nothing. I mean, we got another guy who called into the show try to throw a diss at me, you know. And this guy's literally in the closet. His wife, a black dude. He's all he ever talk about is FBA this and FBA that. The black man this and the black man that. Meanwhile, his gay ass is in a closet. If you want to listen to the Star Report, his wife make him go in the closet.
Right, don't mention his wife. Leave his wife out of this.
Yeah. You know who I'm talking about.
Don't mention his wife. But good, you're talking about Gangs of Love. He always takes shots at you. He said shots fired when he called in.
Yeah, I got you. I mean, I already gave that closet gangster Crip my Eddie, man. Anytime he want to roll up, that's on him. That's on him.
Gangs of Love, do you want to call in? Gangs of Love, where are you, sir? Lines are open.
Here my address. Come on, you gangster closet Crip. Come through, but you want to still talk shit. You better be...
Watch the language, Rory. Watch the language. Hey. Watch the language. Come on. Watch the language. Go ahead.
Nah, we move on to the next topic. That's enough for the zesty brothers, man. Should prostitution be legal? I don't know. I mean, if it's legal, then the government gonna find a way to get a tax out of it or regulate it. So no, I don't think it should be legal, but I don't think it should be a crime either.
Now, hang on, because you're a New Yorker, you're a quintessential New Yorker. You've seen New York over the decades, and you're very vocal about the migrants, illegals, and other things. And I forget what area it is in Queens, but they're flooded out there with prostitutes from Ecuador, Venezuela. You know what I'm talking about? That area in Queens. It's like heavy prostitution.
Yeah, of course I do. That's Roosevelt Avenue.
Right.
Of course I do.
Right. So do you think,
that's Corona, Jackson Heights.
Yeah. Do you think legalizing it would, stop the crime, the pimps, and that sort of stuff in those areas? I mean, listen, if you want to do drugs, okay, get your drugs, go get yourself a whore, and then go home, sleep it off, or have the whore come to your place. I think that's Gangs of Love. He wants to talk to you. What do you think about that, man? I mean, come on, we're talking the number one market, New York.
Yeah, but I mean, I'm anti-illegal immigrants, so I don't want none of these illegal immigrant whores making money like that. I don't want them making money like that. I wish they'd go back to their own country and bring their whore culture back down to Central and South America. Okay. I think, like I said, we had enough whores over here before we didn't need them to come in.
We can always use more whores. Now, hang on a second.
It's just it's a help to to degrade the morale of our society. We don't want to be like El Salvador. We don't want to be like Colombia. You know, I gotta be honest with you, man. You don't want beautiful white girls and beautiful white American girls and beautiful black American girls to just come out the womb and be taught by their moms that there's no moral compass. That's okay.
Well,
you know, where they come from, it's nothing. I mean, they don't really value, themselves like that, you know. So I don't know.
Let me jump in and say this before I bring in Gangsta of Love. Now, it's no secret.
I was born a hoe.
Hang on. Now, it's no secret that, you know, going back to my generation, your generation, even further back, mothers, black, white, and Hispanic have, for the most part, told their daughters, girl, you got to use what you got to get what you want, right? Now, let me bring in Gangsta of Love. I guess he wants to talk, but we can't do yelling one at a time. Gangsta of Love, you
Come
are
on, man. This cat want to talk to me. I don't really want to talk to this dude. He's so lame.
Hold on. He called your name.
It's all good. I mean, I don't run.
One at a time. One at a time.
Now Rory don't want to talk because he over there playing with potatoes, with strings, pulling them out of Brittany's behind. You know what I'm saying? Hey, Rory, I told you drop the real address. Stop giving me these generic addresses, because when I pull up, guess what? I got some new dentures I'm going to fit your mouth with. And then after that, I'm going to take you down to that tranny bar and give you some beers so we can all throw darts at your funky white ass. Clown.
Is it my turn?
It's your turn, Rory. Now, can the fallback Gangs of Love let Rory talk? Go ahead.
I made a bunch of simps in my life. You know what I'm saying? But what they did was, they ended up just like buying a house with their wife, a nice house, $500,000 house, got some equity in the house. But, everybody know they're a simp and their wife run the show. I ain't never met a simp. I definitely ain't never met a simp where their wife banishes them to the closet to try to listen to a goddamn show on YouTube. If imagine a bitch told me I got to go into the closet, wife or not, I got to go into the closet to listen to my show if I feel. You know what I would do? I would cam up live with my arm around her neck and tell everybody, me and my wife enjoy your show so much that here we are. I threw in a donation. But this dude is a punk, man. He's like, I don't even know what to say about him. He lives in a black guy in Nebraska claiming to be a Kelly Park Crip. This guy, so every time you call in Gangsta Love, I got to tell you, when you touch on the topics, you are so insightful and so intelligent, and you bring so much to the topic that if I was you, I would join the View. I would join the View if I was you. You fit in perfect up there with your punk ass sitting in a closet. A woman sending you to the closet. You a sucker, man. Okay. I gave you the address. Nobody gave you a fake address. Tell the people the truth. Okay. I gave you the Addy, and then you went into the live chat and started giving it to other people who didn't like me. And if you want to do something to Rory, here's his address. Tell the people the truth, man. You never showed up. This been going on for like a year and a half, 2 years. I gave you the address, and you a phony-ass black dude who is not tough. And, you can say whatever you want, man, but God's honest truth, I don't really slap around women and people with goddamn Down syndrome. You like level 10 on the autism spectrum, my man. Okay. I feel sorry for you.
Okay, hang
on.
But,
you got the Addy. You want to keep talking tough.
Hold on.
Pull up.
Okay. Gangs of Love, you started this. Now, you called in and you took shots at Rory. You said shots fired. So here he is, and you have the floor. Gangs of Love.
Yeah, I mean, you're right, Rory. This has been going on for 2 years. You gave me you didn't give me your address. You just say, hey, I live in Chelsea.
Here we go again. You got the Addy. Everybody know it.
Let me talk. I let you talk.
I gave it to you on air
Rory,
like 2 or 3 times. Never mind. I don't know you. I gave it to you live on air.
Okay, let him talk, Rory. Okay, Gangs of Love, you have the floor. Go ahead.
So he didn't give me the direct address, you know what I'm saying? But I was like, Rory, just drop the address, and hey, I'll come pull up. So you give me, come meet me at the park. So when I came down to the park and called you out, You never showed up. And then you seen I have my boys out there to press you.
You came to Manhattan. Tell the people you came to Manhattan.
Your funky white ass. And then you was
Where
like,
was you in Manhattan? Why didn't you go live? Why didn't you say star no video? Why didn't you say star no pictures?
Star don't have nothing to do with this, bro. This
Here you go.
When I pressed you, you was like, "Oh man, I'm cool." Then you start trying to.
Oh, now you saw me. Not only did you come here, now you saw me.
You just scared of the gangster love. Go
okay,
back.
now hang on a second, guys. If we're having a conversation about, I guess working things out, that's one thing. But
then pretend for it to be a rule.
I don't want to promote. Yeah, I came, I pulled up, yada yada yada. If you're going to pull up Gangs of Love, I don't really want that on my show. I don't want to promote.
Yeah. I mean,
I'm grown.
This cat is a simp. You the king of all simps, man. You the king of all simps. You got an ugly black woman telling you to get into closet.
Easy.
An ugly black Jehovah Witness woman telling you need to get in the closet because she don't want to hear no cussing. What kind of pimp are you? Coming on the live talking pimp shit. You out of your mind.
Okay, guys.
Yo, I give you a little advice, man. I give you a little advice with your dumb black ass. Don't play with me and get rid of that get rid of that bitch and move out of Nebraska. We only got one life to live, man. You don't want to be landlocked with a bunch of cows and white trash people, man, and a woman throwing you in a closet. You like an old slave. You like an old slave in the bottom of the boat, man. They putting you in a closet, locking the door. You only come out for meals and shit. And to do manual labor around the house.
Yo, Rory,
they like your black ass.
I had to laugh on that one. I had to laugh.
And let you out to do chores around the house, and then they feed you a little something.
Okay, guys, are we done? Guys, are we done? Are we done? Are we done?
Hey, Star, let me say this. Yo, Rory, you a funny dude. Don't disrespect my wife, bro. When I see you, I'm saying some funny shit. You know what I'm saying? The Gangsta Love, when I put this podcast out, Gangsta Love is in the podcast.
Okay, guys.
You already pulled up. You ain't killed me yet. I thought you already pulled up and met me at the park or some shit.
Okay. All right, guys, I got to go. Thank you. Okay. Let's get both of them out of here. Let's go to area code 786. Good evening. Are you there? Thursday.
Yes. Good evening, Star. So my heart is broken.
Uh-oh.
My heart is truly broken because
come on.
There's two niggas, I would say, in the game right now that stands on business that I think the culture respects.
Right.
That's Denzel and Samuel Jackson. For a long time, they have cemented respect in Black culture. I mean, foundational Black American culture.
Right.
And I think we see the new ones that's coming in, they not standing on business. They kind of pandering, bowing down to the agenda, like what's his name, the Majors guy,
Jonathan Majors.
I'm thinking about what's the other guy star that was in Black Panther that played.
I forget who you're talking about. I think I know who you're talking about, but go ahead. I'm listening.
The one that went to MIT and he was trying to take over.
I don't know. I'll look in the live chat, but go ahead and talk, baby.
Yeah. So they, them two are big giants in our culture, and I thought he was going to retire being, the guy that played Malcolm X, the guy who played Devil in the Blue Dress, the guy who can switch it up to be gangster, the guy who could switch it up and play Othello or King Charles or King James in the Shakespearean play. Like he really worked damn near 40 years to show that a Black man can be respected and be multifaceted and don't have to, and be successful and don't have to bow down to the agenda. So I don't understand. And then his son is trying to make a name for himself. So why would you do that? we're giving his son a chance just based off his lineage. So why would you kind of throw that monkey wrench in the game like that?
I don't have
know what I'm saying?
I don't have the answer, but now, Hollyweird, it's a world of acting, a facade. It's all a facade, as they used to say back in the days. It's all a facade. So, but does that make you feel different about his work? His body of work?
Yes.
It does?
Yes.
Come on.
Because in my mind, this is what made me really champion and support him.
Okay.
All these years.
Okay.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Because we talk about the gay agenda in the Black community and how they're trying to brainwash, trying to social engineer a certain consciousness, in our children, in our youth.
Okay.
And even in our men. And so, it's kind of like somebody like Sylvester Stallone. Can you imagine him doing that? How would you feel about him knowing his image?
Me personally, Sylvester Stallone, you're asking me?
Yeah, like how would you feel? Because to me, Sylvester's like one of the last action heroes. Hold
on. I wouldn't be surprised. Sylvester Stallone did a porno film before he did Rocky. Listen, I'm that old. I used to read about where these guys came from. And I forget the name of the film, but yeah, he did a porno film. And who knows if he got plowed or smoked a pole in that film, and then they edited that out. I don't know, but now with regards to Denzel Washington, I don't think it changes his body of work. Again, he's an actor. I'm a little thrown off. To say I'm a little thrown off, his sexuality, whatever that is, it's not that deep, but I'm just like, wow, why are you promoting this, telling Gayety magazine this, and the film's trash. I saw the film last night. I'm 90% through with it on the free movie website, and I said, why is this film already on the free movie website that I go to? And then I said, okay, it's trash. That's why. So maybe he's just doing this to promote the film. I don't know. Go ahead.
Well, but even the director cut it because he probably was like, I can't put this out. This is Denzel.
Right.
I think even Hollywood respects the fact that he never kowtowed and never, even it was an outrage. If you remember when he did that movie, he played a pilot and he was having sex with a white woman. Black women were upset.
Did he have sex?
And we gave him a pass for that.
I forget that film. I forget that film. He had a sex scene with a white woman. I forget that film.
A white woman or a Hispanic woman.
It's probably Hispanic or something. And what's is it Eva Mendes? Did they ever? No, pardon me. Denzel's always been married. They made a couple.
I think that was Out of Sight.
Okay. I'm confused. Go ahead.
People were upset then because he always was with a foundational Black American in most of his films.
Okay.
And we adored him for that. We loved him for that.
Oh. Yeah.
So now you do this. We gave you a pass with the Hispanic women. Now you do this. It's just, I don't know. I don't know how, they're going to react. Then this is not a good time with the election. And now you got this job, with the election and then with Diddy them. It's like, come on, man.
Yeah. Hang on.
It's just blow after blow.
Hang on. Do you think he's coming out with this to protect himself from any involvement with Diddy's, legal situation? Maybe Denzel's trying to get some shelter, if you will, or some type of insulated protection by kissing a guy and then telling people, that he did it to fend off the what could be allegations of whatever Diddy and those guys are being charged for. What do you think about that?
It's possible, but then, like I said, my reaction shows that it's hard for me to believe that.
Gotcha.
Because of his Christian, ultra Christian, family oriented image. So if that is a possibility, I think everybody would just be shocked.
I will say this. I like his wife, Paulette, very educated. And I'm sure you've seen interviews with her. I mean, he gives her a lot of respect when she's talking. He lets her talk, and she's very assertive, worldly, sounds like a reader. I forget her background. Do you know what her background is? Because
she came from theater.
Yeah, but I think it's more than just acting. But okay, I'll Google her. Paulette Washington.
I remember she came from theater. Like, she did a lot of stage plays. I remember reading that some years ago.
Go ahead. I'm Googling whilst you're talking. Go ahead.
Yeah. But yeah, so even that, the fact that he's always revered and respected and gave a lot of praise to Paulette, being she had to leave her career so he can flourish and raise the kids. And you can see that his kids are well-rounded. They went to HBCUs. They were very much rooted in their culture. So it just doesn't make sense why he's going this trajectory, even though I know it's acting. But I think that a lot of actors would say, hey, there's some things I just won't do. I won't get naked. I won't, play a drug addict or a prostitute or anything degenerate. So I thought that was his stance and his values, being that he's just so he's a devoted Christian. He talks about it all the time.
Right.
So then if you're a devoted Christian, I just think that it goes against those principles in the Bible, even though it's acting. So that's my stance.
Hold on. Stay with me. And I don't see a Wikipedia page on her. Maybe she just says there is some information on her, Paulette Washington. But I wanted to see her educational background. If anybody knows her educational background, she is 74 years of age, born in Newton, North Carolina. They have 4 children together. I figure she's more than just an actress, but well, maybe it's not that serious. He's an actor, and in this particular film, again, the role that we don't see him, the kiss, it's the kiss of death. Maybe, in the film, it's the kiss of death. Maybe it's not that deep, but you're saying it bothers you. Go ahead and land your plane.
Yeah, I see here she went to the University of North Texas and Juilliard. So
there you go.
She's
Juilliard.
Comes from.
Yeah.
Correct. So, and I remember she was older than him, because I remember she said she actually paid the bills for a long period of time when they first met.
He was a broke nigga. He was a broke nigga, probably hanging around 8th Avenue in New York City,
He was, and she cleaned him up.
Yeah.
And this is where he is now, and then you do this, I just don't get a star. I'm gonna continue to watch this story to see the reaction of
no. Stay with me. Do you remember Ving Rhames getting plowed by that white boy in that movie?
Yeah, they had him tied up, and they had a muzzle.
They had the sex ball.
They had him bent over, and he was slobbering. I'm like, I couldn't even watch. I had to turn.
They had the sex ball in his mouth, and he was getting plowed in the basement. Oh, Lord Jesus.
And then, even then, I think people lost respect for him then, because you didn't really see him into a lot of movies, except for Tom Cruise always have him coming in with the Mission Impossible.
Yeah.
But a lot of people lost respect for him. Like that was too extreme.
Yeah.
I mean, damn, he had a ball, and he was sliding and crying in pain. I said, this is sick.
Yeah.
Why would you even agree to that? But even, and one last
go ahead.
Point. What was the dude named from New York Undercover? Where the black dude, he just came out. That But I'm saying, Star, these people were giants, respect in the hood.
Yeah. Go ahead. I'm listening.
I mean, so yeah, I just think of, you know, I don't know if this is like you said, if it's
Malik Yoba.
A story.
Malik Yoba.
Yeah. Malik Yoba. Yeah.
Hey, girl.
He's trying to get ahead of a story, or maybe it's just really acting, and maybe he's at the end of his career, and maybe he wants to kind of
no. Malik Yoba has admitted to, you know, he likes the pussy. He admitted to that, so we have to just. He likes
transsexuals, and he likes all of that. Yeah,
he admitted to it. So let's not, you know, kick dirt in his direction. He smokes a pole. He admitted he smokes poles. Go ahead.
Yeah, but we gave him respect because I mean he was in a lot of the Tyler Perry plays and, you know, those black movies, and we respected him. You know, he was an OG. We respect, we support, we revere the OGs in cinema. Yeah. And you know, there's only a couple left. There's only a couple left that is 10 toes down.
Okay. I appreciate the call, darling. Have a great night. Thank you.
You too.
Okay.
Bye-bye.
Bye now. Area code 202. Thank you for your patience. Are you there? Thursday evening, 202.
Yeah, Star, what's up, champ? Myron Mag,
hey,
aka
man.
Boxing Arts United.
How are you
doing,
sir?
champ?
I appreciate your donation, man. What do you want to start?
All this Denzel foolishness, man.
Okay.
I think we got. I mean, all these crazy ass people. The last girl on the last line. First of all, she's 4 years older than him. She didn't clean that nigga up. She knew, my apologies, she knew Denzel had a future. He was working, but actors were making a whole lot in the beginning. She talking about she cleaned him up, whatever. No, she ain't clean him up. She stole a freaking bag. This mug got potential and he's driven. Cut that crap, all the black ones. Oh, she cleaned him up. Got him going, doing what he did. Now look at him today. Nah. She knew where he was going to be at today. She could see it. That's why she stuck by him.
Okay.
And she was an older head, too. She's older than him by, 4 or 5 years?
Yeah, I forget.
So cut that crap out. Yeah. I had to stomp that down.
Well, listen, she's a fan. She's a black woman who more than likely has spent money on his films, you know, and other things he's done. So she's entitled to her opinion. But go ahead.
There's nothing wrong, but he didn't do anything to disrespect any of us because he, like you've been stating from the beginning, he's an actor.
He's an actor.
Okay? Yeah. He's an actor.
One of the best.
And if the people,
one of the best.
One of the best ever. And if people understand the time of this movie and the timeline, half of freaking Rome was a bunch of gay men. Mm-hmm. Or bisexual. Even the head of Rome, Caesar, was known as every woman's husband and every man's wife.
Mm-hmm. That's a fact.
So these people don't understand and don't know history, knowing that was prevalent back then. Now, believe it or not, he is not a Roman in this film. He plays of another group that was conquered by Rome, whatever. Of course, probably Berber. You know what I'm saying?
But he's roaming freely through the film. I watched it on the Free Movie website. The film's trash. Have you seen it yet?
Oh, no, I ain't seen it yet, sir.
Film's trash. Go ahead.
Yeah, I'm going. Damn, I have to check it out. I wish you didn't leave that, but I'm going to check it out regardless.
Yeah,
shit. You know, because number one.
Please watch the language, sir. Please watch the language, please.
Okay, right. The first, no doubt. The first one was a classic.
Yes.
So everybody hoping that the second one, and with being Scott being the director, that was going to be just as good, if not better.
Yeah.
But people need to lay off. People need to stop vicariously living through these stars, your false idols and everything. And so as soon as they do something that you don't agree with, now you got a big bummer. You know what I mean?
Well,
but you need to let them live.
If I can jump in, I hear you, and you're right. People do live vicariously through actors, athletes, and other types of entertainers. So we can't fault people for being concerned. You know, I mean, just because people have been pushing the whole gender fluid, reality or their reality, or agenda. Gender fluid agenda doesn't mean that everybody else has to accept it. you know, so I can understand both sides, you know. Hey, this guy, I thought he was a masculine black man, and now I'm hearing this, you know. I'm out of here. Go ahead.
Absolutely. And they should also be able to recognize that Hollywood has been pushing this now for a minute.
Yeah.
Okay. And it's not going to be in the film. So they're not going to get their heart broken in film. Now, if you mentioned it, who knows what that was about, or what was that for, or whatever. Like you said, it could be getting ahead of something, or he could have been picking with the people. Who knows? Check the temperature on some people.
Mm-hmm.
But the fact of the matter is, the man is a married man with 4 children. And that's what he's going to be known as, a married heterosexual man with 4 children.
Well,
nobody knows. Do you know any proof of him of anything else?
No. I'm just saying, you know, that's what we know him by way of now. You know, we don't know what's going to happen in the future. Maybe he might, you know, who knows? He might be one of these guys who says, "Hey, I'm sexually free now. I was a great father and a husband, but now I'm free." You know, sound like anybody we know? Sound like anybody we know?
Yeah, I don't.
Gene Richmond, where are you? Number 9. I'm gonna text him. Good.
That's
so
funny.
Go ahead.
I don't think that's going to happen, though. I think he is going to be. I think that's the most you might get out of him, unless, of course. We'll see with this Diddy list. But I think with Denzel, I think he's going to be pretty safe after all of this stuff. You know what I'm saying? But that's all I had to say. People need to stop, you know, blowing things out of. I mean, it's funny talk. It's all day. I dig it. But people take it and just run off their imaginations. I'm like, man.
Can I ask how old are you, sir?
49, sir.
Okay, listen, man. Have you ever heard of Rob Halford? Halford, lead singer of Judas Priest.
I know Judas Priest, but the lead singer, no.
You got another thing coming. That was one of their biggest hits, you know. When he came out and admitted to taking it on all 4s and smoking a pole, I said, "Oh God, that was my guy, Rob Halford." You know, but I just wanted to.
But I mean, but that was common around them rock days, man.
But it wasn't.
Sam Bowie.
Hang on, it wasn't a thing that they would promote it like that. And we're talking about one of your biggest, best heavy metal bands. I mean,
I hear you,
but people got over it. People got over it. And if Denzel Washington, you know, takes it long and deep, pause, then you know, I think the black community will get over it as well. Go ahead, finish up.
I'll be honest. If it came out, I won't get over that. Wow. I'd be messed up.
Okay.
So. Yeah, I don't want all of a sudden just come out the closet right now at 70 years old. No, keep your ass in that closet, homeboy. You know what I mean?
I appreciate the call, man.
Why now at 70? No, dude.
I don't know.
You crazy? What are you doing? Nah, Slim.
Okay.
This is not the time to. I mean, let get stuff off your chest.
Okay. I gotta take other calls, sir. Thank you. Gotta take other calls.
All right.
Thank you. Yes, sir. Thank you. Let me go to area code 917. Good evening. Are you there? 917. It's Thursday.
Hey, what's going on, Star? This is the boy from New Jersey.
Hey, man, I just got your text message. Did you get my response?
Yeah, I texted you by mistake.
Okay.
Hey, I don't know if you touched on it. I'm just connecting with the show. But this is Denzel's second time talking that borderline. Did you touch on that? This is not his first time admitting to a scene similar to that.
When was that first time? I forget. When was his first time?
There was a deleted scene on Inside Man, Spike Lee's movie.
Okay.
Where it was a scene where him and William Dafoe, both law enforcement, was in the restroom. And William Dafoe looks at his tool.
Okay.
And it says something. They have a moment. So this is the second deleted scene he claimed.
Okay.
I was just throwing that out there.
I think I may have heard about that, but this one here, he actually talks about kissing a man, so that's a little different, yeah?
Yeah, so he actually moved with the act. The other first scene was just a little suggestive, huh?
Yeah, there you go. Yeah. But if this is true, I mean, we're actually going very far left, and we have no proof. Let me just say that I have no proof about Denzel Washington's sexual identity, and if this offends him, then this video will come down. But Guy, you were saying?
Hey, that's all I got for you, man. I was just throwing it out there.
Okay.
It's always these deleted scenes, huh, Denzel? Hey, girl.
Yeah. Hey, man, good to hear from you. Otherwise, man, good to hear from you.
Hey, it's always good to hear from you. I seen D Don the other day.
What's that?
Shout out to D Don. Oh, no, we don't shout out.
D Don is my guy. That's my guy, man. It's my guy. Yeah, man.
Talk to you soon, my man.
Salute.
Keep it up.
Yes, sir. Salute. Okay. Area code 689. Good evening. We're talking about the Denzel Washington admission of a gay kiss. Do you care? 689. It's Thursday evening. Yes, no, maybe.
Good evening. Good evening, Star.
How are you, sir? How are you?
I look at it in this way, because like I sent in the message. To me, Hollywood, the music industry, is Babylon recreated. Their vices are in that direction. They are open. I believe that I look at America as being sexually they're behind when it comes sexually. Now, I'm not saying I condone that. I don't.
Okay.
But everybody else, these other countries, the Europeans, they look at that. It's normal. Hollywood and the music industry, they've adopted this way that, hey, their sexuality, how they deviate, the deviance that they do, it's a normal thing. Now, I don't promote that. I don't prescribe to that, but it's what it is. It's nothing new. Now, one of your last callers said that he said something about this before. So, are we surprised?
Denzel Washington, you mean he said something about a suspect scene in a Spike Lee film? Okay.
And I listen, I don't know. I mean, Denzel Washington has been an elder that he's tried, it seems, to promote the right way to the direction as far as these young actors. But listen, Bill Cosby tried to do that same thing. He used to chastise Eddie Murphy and all of them for using profanity, like you just had said just before I came on, about using profanity all the time. He did that, but look how deviant he was. I mean, so when we say this, these people that we look at, because they may play upstanding citizens, they may promote that. That doesn't mean that they live that.
Right. Yeah. I agree.
And with the other thing, should prostitution be legal in America?
Well, hang on a second. Let's go back to Denzel Washington, because it is it is a trending story. So I do go with trending topics, to be in the algorithm. But at the same time, my history is to entertain and somewhat enlighten. I don't want to sit here and sound like a know-it-all. I mean, I could very easily talk about Nikki Giovanni. But who would really care? You've heard of Nikki Giovanni? Yes, no?
Yes.
Okay. Brilliant woman.
Okay.
Her level of contributions, awards, and other things goes unnoticed for the most part. Nikki Giovanni. But here we're talking about Denzel Washington because, we are, for the most part, Americans. We have been programmed by propaganda. In fact, we are the leaders, if you ask me, in propaganda. So we have to sift through this. I mean, is it entertaining? Yeah, it's entertaining. Ooh, did Denzel suck a pole? Ooh, did he take it? Did somebody put a saddle on the nigga? But we are the leaders in propaganda in America. Go ahead.
And I'm going to be honest with you. I enjoy the bull.
Yeah.
I'm not going to lie. It is entertaining, but I am not. I've surpassed being surprised by hearing some of these things. You know what would surprise me more? If he would have just said, yes, this was me in the past, but I have redeemed myself and I've changed. I'd be like, okay, well then now, why didn't you say this before? You should have said this, because maybe it would have made you a different person. But I mean,
we don't know if that's who he is, sir. So we can't say.
No, I don't.
You know.
I don't. We only going by assumptions.
Right.
But I'm just saying, if I was indulging in the bull, I may look at that and I may laugh, you know. But my curiosity would be like, oh, I want to hear more. I want to know more, of course, because that's what our society has made us. We crave the nonsense.
Yeah,
we do. We feed off of that, and it's what it is. I'm not gonna sit here and try to subjugate it. It's what it is.
Yeah. Well, the most important thing, I think, with regards to these types of stories and how we discuss them, you know, I mean, we can have fun. Let's have fun. But at the same time, if you are a parent, then you got to speak to your kids, because most young people do become fascinated by entertainment, music, you know, movies, art, games, and things like video games. So it's important to tell them, hey, you know, you might want to become an actor, but at the same time, you should probably go to college so that you have something to fall back on. Go ahead, finish up.
No, and I 100% agree with you, because I'm in your generational demographic.
Okay.
And my oldest child is pushing 40.
Okay.
But my two younger in their 20s.
Wow.
And the diff, yes, I was. But anyway, the problems that I'm having is my oldest one, because she's pushing her 40. She understands. Mm-hmm. She was an 80s baby. Mm-hmm. She's getting it.
Yeah.
But my two youngest, it's like a rock and a hard place, because they're falling in this generation that, even though they were raised to learn, to understand what I'm saying, they're pushing the nonsense narrative that this generation is pulling on.
Right.
And that's where I find myself at. So it's, you know, and a lot of parents are. That's the crossroads that we're at with this generation.
I agree.
So I'll leave it at that. Thank you for taking the time, Star, and you have a great evening.
Yes, sir. Thank you. Okay.